Hey everybody. Welcome back to Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. My name is Nicole and I am a person in recovery. My sobriety date is July 13th of 2015. And tonight, you guys, I have a special guest for y'all tonight. We were going to have her on tomorrow night, but I had somebody cancel on me this evening, and so she's coming in clutch for us, the amazing Renee Hudson. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to get all you guys in here, and then I'm going to go grab Renee. In fact, you know what we'll do? I'll go grab her now. That way, you guys do me a solid. Everybody share this video. Invite all your friends. You're not going to want to miss this. This is going to be epic. Ooh, I'm hot. What's up, everybody? Go ahead and drop your sobriety dates in the comment section. Let me know how you're doing in your recovery, and I'm going to get ready, and then we'll invite Renee on to the live with me. She's going to share her experience, strength, and hope with me tonight, and I'm really, really excited. I don't know her whole story, so this is super exciting for me. I know that she has been through quite a bit, and she's going to have a fucking powerful testimony. So come on in, everybody.
Hey, I'm smoking a cigarette. It's freaking hot out here. How you doing?
I'm good. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you. Tyson,
Okay.
where are you going?
I'm so excited to have you on.
I am too.
I am literally like speechless right now because I have been following your journey since I probably started TikTok last year in September, and I can relate to your content so much because I was addicted to methamphetamine also. And so
yeah,
I just love your videos. You inspire me so much, and I know that your story is fucking powerful because I've gotten little pieces of it when you make your videos. And so
sorry, I got a fan on me. I'm hot in here. So AC.
No, you're fine. You're fine. What I want you to do is, could you kind of like share with everybody what your name is, what your drug of choice was, how long you've been sober, and then would you take us back to when you were a kid and what it was like when you were growing up, kind of share what it was like then, and then share with us how you got into your addiction.
Okay, well, my name is Renee. I'm 45, and I was hooked on methamphetamines. Well, before that, I was hooked on Vicodin and Xanax for 10 years, OD'd off of that, and then got on meth. And I'm 15 months sober now. I'm sweating my ass off.
You are 15 months sober. That's amazing.
Yeah. Yep, it's been a long journey, long journey. I mean, I've been put in front of meth in front of me and all kinds of. I've been in situations that were hard to get out of, and I've gotten out of them. You know, so
yeah.
If you guys see me sweating, I'm not on drugs. There's just no air conditioner in here, dude. I have to have a fan in here. It's like 110.
You're fine. It's super hot here in Arkansas too. And we know, like, I want you to know that, like, I've never once doubted your sobriety. Those are just trolls saying that on your account. And it's because your account is growing quickly and you are popular. You know what I mean? So,
well, I'm going to be changing a lot of things. So I don't want my whole account banned, you know, because it's like I'm retaliating against these trolls and stuff. I'm getting my account banned, and I don't want that to happen. So there's going to be a lot of changes, you know.
It's hard not to respond when people are like being.
Because I have a hot temper, you know. Anybody says shit about me, and I'm just like, man, don't start with me. Don't do it.
I'm the same. I've had to learn to not respond because when I do respond, then they just make me look bad. You know what I mean? So it's hard because I want to cuss them out, but then I'm like, when I cuss them out, then everybody's like, "Oh my God, Nicole!" Ugh.
Yeah, they're telling me. I'm all get myself. They're like telling me. They're like, that's not sober behavior. Like, how are you supposed to act? You know what I mean?
Right. We're human beings, and when people are being ugly to us, it hurts. It doesn't feel good to be talked down to. You know what I mean? Hey, little
That's
dude,
my
what's up?
grandson. Say
How old are
hi.
you?
Say you're 5.
My little boy's just
I'm
turned
trying.
7, so I totally understand. Okay, so
Oh, he turned 7.
when I was watching your channel, I saw you that you talked about like you went to juvie. What was it like when you were a kid growing up?
It was pretty bad. My mom was with my stepdad, which he was very abusive to us. And at the age of 11, I ended up stabbing him and doing a juvenile life sentence. It was really hard for me because my mom stayed with him and stuff. That affected me tremendously, even as an adult. Still, you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
having to be locked up for that long really took a toll on me. I mean, it's like trauma that just never goes away, no matter how old you are.
yeah.
Just me
How old
having
were
to do
you?
that,
How
and
old
then
were
I got
you?
locked up, and
How
I
old
was
were you when they
11.
put you
Well,
in there?
I was 11.
And how long did they make you
I,
stay?
well, I was supposed to be till 25, and I got out at 18.
Damn, that's still a long ass
And
time.
you would figure, being beat as a child, that they would do something about it and you wouldn't get scolded for it. The dad would, maybe lock him up or something. But my mom told the system that I had mental problems when I was younger. Well, yeah, because I used to get beat all the time. What do you expect? I mean, you stayed with the man. What do you expect? I'm not going to have mental problems. And I think that affected me during my whole childhood, even as an adult. Still, it affects me. I mean, he's rest in peace. He's dead now, but it's just something you can't forget.
You did not
So I
deserve
didn't
that.
have a childhood at all. And then like when I got out of being locked up, I don't want to cry, but um
It's okay.
like my mom, she had like my little brother was at an older age, and she was like 45 when she had him. And it hurts me that I was on the streets doing drugs and I missed 10 years of my kids' life. And my little brothers, they were only 21 and 23 at the time. And I had my family member had to come on the street and tell me that my 21-year-old brother died of a heroin overdose the first time he tried it. Then 4 months later, I was contacted again that my other brother had passed. And it was hard for me. It's like traumatizing because like my mom, she was older, she was hooked on painkillers, and she still is to this day. She's got a lot of health problems, but I took care of my little brothers like they were my children, with my children. But it
Yeah.
got to the point where thank you, it got to the point where I couldn't take care of them. They were getting out of hand and getting my kids into trouble. And I was taking the blame for my brother's death for a long time, thinking it was my fault, because if I didn't kick him out of the house, that they would still, I would be watching them, and they wouldn't be dead right now. But as soon as they moved back to my mom's house, my mom kicked him out, and they ended 2 weeks later. They ended up dead. So
That,
I've been through a lot of, yeah, a lot, and then like when I have a lot of whole deaths, a lot of life deaths in my family.
yeah.
Ex-boyfriend name. I've been through a lot of shit that traumatized me, and I was hooked on meth when my brothers passed, but not as bad. So when they died, I just went overboard. I did so much drugs that I picked all my hair out. These are old ass extensions. That I thought maggots were coming out of my head. I went to the hospital so many times. I got to keep moving because it's hot right here.
No, you're fine.
But after my brother's death is when I lost it, and I got not a drug addict. I was a junkie. I did everything and anything I could to get drugs.
So
Thank you, Kimmy.
you were hallucinating. I want you to know that I've
And you
hallucinated
know what, my
too.
friend, before you say anything, okay, look, when I was having those maggots and stuff come out of my head, and I was seeing them at the time. Now,
Yeah.
I would go to the person's house, my friend's house, and I would tell them, no, I can see them at the time actually coming out. It was so bad, dude. They told me it was some kind of meth psychosis or something, and I didn't believe them. I thought they were lying. So, come to find out, they were telling me the truth the whole time. And back then I thought, no, there's no way. You're just saying that, just so I wouldn't freak out. But what they were telling me was really the truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because when you're on meth, I know because I've seen things too. It's so real. It's
Thank
like
you, Kimmy.
you cannot tell the difference between the real
Thank
and
you, Addison.
because
Yeah.
it's so real. I totally
I mean,
understand.
I when I got clean, I woke up out of the dirt and I thought every car was an FBI, and I actually was hearing me being bipolar and I have a chemical imbalance. I've been like that since I was younger, and I have a bad bipolar. Me being a heavy meth user did not, and I pretty sure I was getting laced with several different things in my shit because I was just not. I know was not there seeing shit like somebody gave me some PCP too or
Right.
something. I don't know.
How did
But
you?
it was serious shit, and I don't know if I can cuss on here, sorry, but
It's
it was
okay. You're fine.
serious
How did you start
because
doing
Lord
drugs?
knows what I'll get kicked off at. Thank you, Addison.
When you were in juvie, did somebody like give you drugs when you were in juvenile jail, or was it when you got
No,
out?
actually, I no, they didn't give me any drugs when I was in juvenile hall. I just kept staying in the system even longer. Well, I was going to be there till I was 25. I got out early, but I just was bad the whole time. I got shipped out of state to different facilities because they were stricter than California's rules. And I went to this one Provo Canyon school in Utah, and they were abusing girls. They got sued. They got a lawsuit, and they got closed down. But my mom wouldn't let me be a part of that. She wanted me to forget it. But when I was locked up in there, they were dosing me up with Thorazine, Millerel, and I was getting 24-hour bed restraint because they said I would go off on them because they were fucking with the people in there. You know what I mean? They were fucking with us,
Yeah.
and they were doing a lot of bad shit to us. So I'd wake up in the 24-hour bedpan in the hole, like for days on end for 2 years.
And they just kept sedating
However,
you.
I was the first person to escape from that place. They caught me 5 minutes later because I was in the snow. But yeah, so it was pretty. That place, if anything, was the most traumatizing thing I went through in my life, being locked up like that, and it still affects me as an adult to this day. And I think that's another reason why my drug use is because what I went through when I was locked up was traumatizing. You have no idea what I see and what I've done.
Yeah. Yeah. So when
So
you got out of that place, when you got out of there of all those places when you were like 18,
when I was 18, around my 18th birthday, yeah.
and then when you were 18, you started getting high like right away, right?
Actually, no, I didn't get high at all until I started. I didn't start doing drugs until my kids were older. When my ex-husband of 18 years left me 12 years ago, 13 years ago, that's when I got hooked on it. So I wasn't on drugs from 18
So
to
you were a
all
mother.
that.
You took care of your
I with my
kids.
kids. Yeah, I never did drugs or anything. I was pregnant with none of my kids. I didn't even smoke cigarettes. My kids were almost fully grown before I started doing it. And but what I regret is those last 10 years being out of my kids' life because it's like whenever they get upset or mad at me, they um, they say a lot of bad stuff to me. Well, you should have been in my life, and you were hooked on drugs for all that time and stuff, and that's what really hurts me. You know what I mean? But I'm trying to cope with it. I know that I messed them up mentally. For them, it will never go away. I could just look forward and positive every day, but it still hurts when they get mad. They bring it up, and I just don't know what to say but bawl my eyes out. Because I
Yeah.
can't change the past.
You know what you
You
guys can
know.
do? You should ask them if they would be willing to do like therapy classes with you, like you and your kids
Yeah.
together.
You think it's funny? I'm crying.
So that way
Who's
you
that?
can
I need a
heal.
moderator in here because you don't want me to go off.
Because
Bye.
listen to me. Listen, ignore those people. This will help you and your kids. Like y'all want to heal together because their feelings are valid and then your feelings are valid, and if y'all can come
Yeah.
together and you can sit down and you can have like a therapist be in the middle and help you guys like talk about it and get your feelings out about it. But I want you to know, like,
Yeah.
I totally understand. I have so much
And
guilt
that
and
is a
shame
very
too.
good idea. I'm going to check into that because that would be something my daughter would do. My middle son's a truck driver, so he's never around. And my older son, I don't think he will do that. But my daughter, she probably would.
I think it's
You
important
know.
for people to understand, like so you were in juvie, you got out when you were 18, then you met your husband, fell in love, had kids, had a whole family, and then you started using drugs after your kids were grown already.
Exactly.
Okay, so what
Yeah.
what triggered you? I know it triggered you because you had hella trauma in your life, but what kind of like prompted you to start using it after you had kids and after you basically you had
Well,
your
you know
family and
what?
everything?
Yeah, okay, so that happened because, and I'm not blaming nobody for saying, "Oh, he got me hooked on it." Everybody makes their own choices. But my kids' dad, I'd be watching the kids upstairs while they're sleeping every night. I was a good mom, never did drugs or nothing. I noticed he was disappearing a lot at night, 2, 3 in the morning. Well, come to find out, he was doing speed, but he wasn't doing speed like how I was a junkie. You know what I mean? He was just doing it here and there. And then he kept telling me I was a sissy. I'd try it with him, and I kept telling him no, because if I do, I'm going to be screwed. And I made that choice to do that, smoke and do lines with him and stuff. And that's when I got hooked. And he didn't get hooked like I did. He made it out, and I got stuck on it for 10 years.
Yeah. What was it like the first time you did it? Like, were you like, this is amazing?
Well, I broke down the bathroom door by opening it. That's for sure.
Really?
You know what? Nobody knows this because I don't post it, but when I lost my kids and stuff, somebody asked me, and they put a heavy amount in my neck. I did shoot it up a couple times. My kids don't know that. They probably will now, but they put like a 40 in my neck, and I almost like that was like the second time I even done it this speed, or maybe the third or something like that. But I did. The guy didn't even know. I mean, I didn't even know how much you were supposed to put in the thing, and he
Right.
overdosed me because I like it was blurry and almost passed out, and I was like coughing. I was like, the
That's
first time
normal.
I did
That's
that.
what it's like when you shoot up. I shot up meth the whole time. Well,
You did the coughing thing, right?
coughing. I don't want to say
Like right when you like you're losing your breath.
my whole
And I'm
face
telling you, that's yeah.
would turn red. My cheeks would be blood red. My pupils
I
would
was.
be.
How about this? I was so hot with flashes. I ran down the street ahead of me, almost butt naked, almost got arrested.
I believe it.
And I'll tell you what, I never. I after that incident, I did it a couple more times, and then I just never wanted my kids to see track marks on my arms, so I never touched it again.
So you
But
were just
yeah,
smoking it after that. Smoking it?
yeah, mostly, yeah, I would do anything hot rails, smoke it, snort it, but I did a heavy amount. Like
Yeah.
all day long, I would do a hot round, like huge, every hour, all day long for years. Like I would buy massive amounts of, that, and I start selling it. And I had somebody put a gun to my head and try to rob me one time. And and then I got busted for selling and went to jail a couple times. And then I thought, and I knew right then and there, if I didn't get clean, I'm going to end up in prison for a long time for what I was doing.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
How did you finally get sober?
you know what? Um, like I said, I woke up in the park, and nobody's going to believe me if I told them, but I had got a sign from God, and this is no lie. There's something happened spiritual that if I tell you, you wouldn't believe me, because it was like I couldn't even believe what I seen myself, and I considered that a sign from God. And so I called my cousin up the next day, and they said I could go to Colorado, which I detoxed over there at their house in the middle of nowhere. And within the next day, I was shipped out, detoxed at my cousin's house, and from there I've been clean.
So
But I'm telling you, it doesn't take a long time for it to get out of your system. But the after effects, the wanting sweets, the hot sweats, the withdrawals, last for a minute.
how about the depression of coming off like that
Oh, the
deep
depression was
depression?
horrible. The depression, it made me almost feel like ending my life, to tell you the
Yes.
truth. It was that bad.
I
It
I
was that
say
bad.
it's
And I
horrible.
thought, yeah, I thought when I got sober, I'm like, how are people thinking sober is so great, and they're, you know, and I feel like I want to end my life. This is horrible. But come to realize now, I'm happy, and I understand now what, you know what I mean? So,
It takes hard work. Getting sober, it's like you have to change everything in your life. And I see you
yeah.
moved. Because where were you living before you moved to California?
here, see, I was living here in Hemet where I am now, and that. Thank you for the birthday cake. Um, this is where I sold the drugs and everything, and I feel that people are like, "Don't go back to your hometown. You're gonna still do drugs." But I'm that point in my life that I've had it in front of me and stuff. And the thing is, if I see that around me, I flip out because I'm thinking, you know what? That's what took my kids away from me, and everything I've been through is because of this drug, and I despise it. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know what you mean.
So,
I know what you mean.
and it's not true. Yeah, I moved. I had to move back here, and my kids were here. But if I was like in my first couple of months of recovery and I moved back here, it wouldn't have been so good. Maybe I probably would have relapsed. But I
Yeah,
made sure I stayed out of this area for a while. You know what I mean?
for sure. Yeah, I moved away from my whole hometown because there was nothing there for me. It was like a small town. And it was horrible.
Thank you,
Um,
Jennifer.
how did you
Yeah,
get?
you have to.
Yeah,
You have
how
to
did
move
you
away
get
from
your
all those
account?
toxic friends.
Because
Huh?
I saw the articles they wrote about you in the paper.
Oh yeah, you know what? That was pretty awesome. That was really cool.
Tell me about that. How did that happen? What
You
was,
know what? I didn't even know about the articles until my friend said they looked it up and found my articles on there. I didn't even know.
dude? That is fucking amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So
You
I was
know,
excited when I seen that. And people are like, "You're on here to get um, famous, and you're on here to get money and all that." Tell you the truth, I know I'm not on here to get famous, and I don't even have a creators fund. I don't have none of that. What people are thinking, you know what I mean?
right, right.
So that's ridiculous. I do it on here because I've saved a lot of lives. People has messaged me, and it makes me feel good that I can help other people, because I've been there, and it's no easy task. Believe that.
Exactly. And
And
I think
so,
that what you're doing is you're showing people that recovery is possible. And I hate that
yes.
people are saying that stuff about you. So, a lot of us, for those of you guys that don't know, can't even be in the creator fund because of the content we make. TikTok ends up banning us from it.
And you know what? If you have a lot of violations like me, I don't think you could be in it either. But you know what? People also say if you're in the creator fund, you don't make much money and that it's not good to get on it. But you know what? I don't know because I haven't really looked at it.
Me neither. I don't
Have
know.
you?
I don't know.
Thank you, Jennifer. Yeah, so I don't even know how to go about doing that, but I know that I wouldn't get accepted with all the violations I have.
So, since you've gotten sober, how has your life changed? Tell us about that.
It has changed dramatically. I'm smoking this here at home.
No, you're okay. Go ahead.
Um, well, instead of waking up at the park and um, when I was living on the street or when I was living in my house waiting for the cops to come and arrest me and raid my house, I am now spending time with my kids. Um, people are like, "Well, why don't you smoke weed?" And I get a lot of this every day. I was never a weed smoker, and I'm happy the way I am without smoking. I'm not against people smoking weed. People recover like that, but I'm happy not drinking, smoking weed, or doing anything. And this is the first time in my life that I even know what being sober is really,
Right.
because I've been sedated for so long on pills. And if it wasn't pills, it was ecstasy. I mean, all kinds of different stuff. I can just go on. But, I just been sedated all my life. So this is the first time that I'm actually enjoying my life sober.
And you look like you enjoy your life. I love your videos that you make with your cousin. Y'all are fucking
Uh,
hilarious.
Thank you, Jennifer. Yeah, we gotta make some more. We've been busy lately, but yeah, we do some funny stuff. Yeah, we do. I get to spend a lot of time with my kids now. My daughter is so excited. She's really happy she got her mom back. Um, like I said, I can't go on the past of what has been done. It's already been done, but I could just make the future more better for my children. My son, if you notice, if I go to state, my son always ends up back here with me. He has
You're
a
doing the
problem
right
himself.
thing now.
To see, I'm not going to talk about him, but I do pray for him and hope he gets a little bit better.
Oh,
You
your
know,
other son, the other one that struggles with addiction too?
yeah, he's doing good right now, but he does good for a while and then he's on and off. So I don't really want to talk about him too much. It's just kind of not on
Yeah,
live, anyways. I get
totally.
mad, but yeah, I pray that he gets the help pretty soon he needs.
So
And it's hard for
you didn't even go to rehab. You just like got
and you
sober.
so proud of myself. I didn't go to rehab because I didn't. I went multiple times back in the past, and I just took off. But I can't believe I actually did it, and that's why I'm so proud of myself because it is hard, dude. I
Yeah,
just detoxed, and you know what? It's weird. People's like, you don't go to NA meetings, and you know what? I've been to 282 NA meetings out of 15 months. I don't go to NA meetings.
that's fine.
So
Some people, I used to
I
think that
spend more
everybody
time with
needed to
my family.
go. But what
Huh?
I've learned is that a lot of people don't do 12 steps. A lot of people do like
Yeah,
their own thing, and that's okay. I've learned that
yeah,
everybody recovers differently. You know what I mean?
yeah. And I thought I was gonna have to go to rehab. You're hot in there too.
Yeah.
Been around and found, but I thought I was gonna actually have to go to rehab and have to go to classes. And you know what? Thank God I had my family surrounding me the whole time because that's all I need is my kids and my family and stuff.
Right, right. And so your kids are your motivation. That's how you stay sober,
They,
is your kids.
they are my biggest motivation. They're the reason why I'm here right now.
Yeah. Me too.
I need them.
I'm the same way. My son is like literally my life, and he is the only reason why I'm alive, basically. You know what I mean? Because I didn't care
Yeah,
about myself. I hated myself. I did not love
me
myself.
too.
You know?
Me too, dude. It was horrible. I just because I figured if I didn't go detox, I was just gonna end my life. To tell you the truth, that's how I detoxed because it was getting to that point where I was planning on doing so.
Yeah.
And thank God I'm here and I'm helping others and got my grandson and my kids here.
So tell me this: do you ever struggle with any kind of triggers or cravings or anything like that?
No, the cravings are gone already. I remember going to that one trap house and remember my lost videos. Somebody did a hot round. I smelled it getting hot, on the thing, and then they did a hot. Now that kind of triggered me a little bit, but I walked out and I went and had lunch with my daughter.
Good. Good. That's
So
awesome. If you do have thoughts of using, if it even pops in your mind, like are there things that you do
it
like
never popped in my mind of using at all. Like I said, I'm totally like it's been in front of me, and all I think about is that is what messed my life up, and it's just, you know, it just like I was I okay when I went to that trap house. I see a lot of people that I used to hang out with when my ex boyfriend brought me there, and I'm thinking this could be me, and they look like crap. Like if you would have seen me, people are thinking I'm on drugs, but if you would have seen me when I was on drugs, you would not recognize me at all. And I would see some of the people I used to hang out with, and it's been like 15 months since I even hang out with them anymore, and they look like crap, dude. They look horrible. And I'm thinking, this could be me, dude. I could be dying of this drug and going on and on like they are, and it just kind of brought back flashbacks. So it made me even more so leave that house
yeah.
because I was like, I'm not doing this again. No way. And it's like I don't ever want to relapse because I would not want to have to go through what I went through to get clean ever again.
It's
That was extremely
meth
hard.
is the devil's drug. It is literally
It
will
is
take your soul.
it is horrible. So I'm also proud of you too. You've been
Thank
doing
you.
really good. Congratulations. I seen all your like past videos of you when you were on it and stuff until now, and I love your videos.
I love your videos too, girl.
I
And listen to
did.
me. Like, I wish what I want to do, because I've been trying to reach out to all these different people like you who share your story, and I want different people to come on, and I want people to be able to see, like, because so many people can relate to your story. Like, what you went through as a young child, Renee, that should
Yeah.
have never happened to you. Like, you
Yeah.
were a victim of that. Like,
Yeah. It
that
was
is not
horrible.
normal. You should have been protected. You should have been.
Exactly. And that's what my whole thing was. Why wasn't I protected by the system? You know what I mean? Why did I have to pay the consequences for that?
Exactly. And it makes sense to me, like why you ended up using drugs, like all of that unresolved trauma, like that you went through hardcore shit. You know what I
I
mean?
also
Hardcore.
witnessed when I got out of being locked up, I had a boyfriend that got murdered in front of me from an undercover cop. That has traumatized me to this day too. I still have nightmares, and that was something really bad. So after that happened, my brothers died. Then my stepdad that took care of my little brothers, he died. Then my grandma died. I've been through a lot of deaths. It's ridiculous,
Well, see,
ridiculous.
but the thing about it is you're so resilient, and that's what's so amazing about it is that you've just bounced back. And not a lot of people could do that. Not a lot of people could
Yeah,
change their lives and be sober now.
exactly. And that's what's really hard for me. So like when I get a lot of haters and stuff saying the stupidest stuff, it's like they have no idea what I've been through to get to where I am now. I It's different for me because I'm dealing with my brother's deaths sober,
Yeah.
and everything that happened to me back in the past and when I was younger sober. So I try to keep myself motivated with my family and my kids so I don't think about it. But now I'm dealing with reality, and I'm doing it.
Yeah. What is it like
Yeah,
to deal? How do you feel that you're going through life without checking out? Like you're actually feeling the feelings that you should have been feeling. You know what I mean?
I feel so great that I don't have to numb my body to be alive and to be happy. I don't have to be numb anymore and have to numb all my pain with drugs. So that's a good thing. Yeah.
Dude, you're a badass bitch. You don't ever need to be worried about what other people say to you on the internet. I want you to listen to me. I see people, I see what they say, I see when you respond with your videos, and you don't even, they are peasants. You don't even have to pay them any
Yeah,
mind. You are
exactly.
so, they can't even compete with you.
Yeah.
They could never come on here and share what you shared and been vulnerable. Okay? It takes a strong person to be
I
vulnerable.
think, yeah, and I think about too, a lot of people that are like hooked on drugs are trolling my page and saying all these things because maybe they can't get clean or something. I don't know.
Yes.
I have a lot of people, uh, like I have thousands of people that I block because they're saying stupid stuff, but there's a couple people like that Lala Crack girl,
Yep.
him or whatever.
Is she
Uh,
really coming for you or is she that's so weird.
Never person in my life,
You've never met
and
her?
I never just started making up all kinds of stories to people that were believable because I made one video that went viral, like saying I beat him up. Like,
Uh-huh.
dude, your phone made you up. I don't even know you. And so I made a lot of I put it on Instagram and all kinds of stuff to piss that person off, and posted videos because I did some funny videos of that person. But I know that I would get reported, so I'm changing my whole content and everything. I'm not gonna try not to go after the haters and all the stupid stuff. You know, I have a lot of people. I see you, cousin.
Don't
I
let
see
them
you.
get in your head because what you're
Huh?
doing, don't let them get in your head because what you're doing is you're helping people. They're able to see you succeeding and staying sober. And
Yeah.
when we get hung up on the negativity, it actually stops us from our message, which is helping people. And so
Yeah.
that's what I don't
Exactly.
think they understand that they're messing it
And do
up
you know
for others.
what? Like in my first couple of months of recovery, when I was not used to the trolls, and they were saying, "Well, your kids don't love you. You should have never done drugs." I got really emotional to where I wanted to relapse in my first beginning of a couple of months when I was hearing all that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't get phased by it now. I'm used to it, but people need to stop trolling and saying these things to people because it could make somebody that's not as strong as me relapse. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
They say some mean, awful stuff.
I I
So
honestly
I'm overcame that.
I would never I don't understand people that leave hateful comments because I would never leave that on somebody's page. Like I can't even imagine doing that to somebody. It's just mean. There's no reason for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, so they say the stupidest stuff, but I'm so used to it now. So I'm changing my whole thing. So, because I've had so many violations, I've been banned so many times that if I keep continuing to retaliate to these trolls, I'm going to get my whole account banned, and I don't want that to happen. I worked too hard to get where I'm at now, so,
Girl, we
and I
don't
want
want you to
everybody
get
to
your
have this
account
ready.
banned. We need you to be here. You have no idea.
Exactly. That's why I'm not responding to none of that.
People love you. When I told everybody that you were going to come on and share your story with us, everybody was so excited. They were all like, "We love Renee, we love Renee," and I was like, "Damn, I'm excited too."
Yeah,
you
I
know,
couldn't do it that one weekend because we went camping, but and I didn't have a phone to do it because my phone kept dying. But yeah, I'm here now.
I appreciate you for just coming on and sharing with us. I mean, honestly, it just means so much to me to be able to have you on here because so many people look up to you.
Yeah, it's easier for me to talk on here when I have somebody like you that, you know what I mean, knows where I'm coming from, instead of me by myself. It's a lot because I don't ever get on live that much, but
I was just like you. I did a lot of meth. I hallucinated a lot. And the reason why I did meth was because I didn't, like I said, I hated myself. I was insecure. I had an
yeah,
eating disorder. I wanted to lose weight. And so I started using meth. And I loved the way it made me feel because it made me skinny and it gave me energy.
yeah.
You know,
And then you didn't have no body aches or nothing.
I
And
felt like a
that's
man.
another thing. Yeah, and you know what? I don't know why I never got sick when I was on it. But after, like the flu or any kind of common cold, I never got sick on it. But now that I'm not on there, I got ear infections, all kinds of stuff
Yeah.
going on.
Have you noticed any effects? Like, did it affect your heart or any long term health effects that it caused or anything?
um, well, I've been to the doctors 100 zillion times, so if I had a heart problem or anything, they probably would have told me. But I can get. I'm surprised. So much that I've done. I'm surprised I didn't have a stroke by now.
Yeah, yeah,
Because I mean, my mom had stroke when she was in her 40s. She's had Bell's palsy, everything, and I'm surprised I didn't have a stroke as much. But if I kept on doing it the way I was going, I was definitely gonna have a stroke.
yeah. Eventually, it would have happened.
Go out of my room. My son's got a back talk me saying some stupid stuff right now. Get out of here.
How do you? Can I ask? I'm just going to ask you one more question, and then I'll let you. And then I'll let you go. How do you? Because this is one thing I struggle with, so I want to know this. How do you? I struggle with not having any energy, and so I always think back to when I was on meth and how much energy I had. How do you cope with
Dude,
that?
I just, well, to tell you the truth, sometimes it's not an easy task to get up. Definitely
Yes.
not. But I just go, okay, come on, bitch, you got to get out of bed. You got to do this, you got to do it. And I just force myself to do it. But it is hard as hell. I used to drink a lot of coffee. I don't even drink coffee or Red Bulls no more. Um, Coffee makes me shaky now. Red Bulls start messing with my chest.
Yeah.
But I used to do that plus 20 Red Bulls a day. And geez, you have no idea. But now it's like I have no energy. I'm just like you. I try to cope with it. It's hard for me to do it too.
Yeah.
So I'm in that position where it's kind of hard for me too. But I just force myself to get up and do it, even though I mean, it has to be done,
Right.
whatever it
Right.
is, whatever. But I've been lazy for the past couple months now. I'm not gonna lie, real
I'm the
lazy.
same way. I have to push myself. I'm like, come on, Nicole, let's
So
do
do I.
this.
Yeah, because when I was on that, uh, I would get things clean. But here's the problem with that was one time I was mopping my floor so many times in my apartment that I mopped the whole floor off and had to get charged.
That you
Scrubbed it
didn't.
all off, all the tile and everything off the floor.
Damn.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, yeah, sometimes I think, damn, fuck, man, I want some energy. I want, maybe there's a pill out there to give me some energy, but I'm thinking, you know what, nothing's going to work. Just stay myself because normally that'd be something else I'm going to get hooked on,
Yeah,
an energy pill.
exactly. One thing that I did was I would try to clean, but I would end up making a mess all around me.
Okay, I was just going to tell you that. I would try to clean, but I'd have 5 different piles of whatever I did and never got nothing accomplished.
Yep.
Nothing.
Did you ever
I
hide
work out.
stuff? Like hide your
Huh?
dope pieces and not find it?
Yes, I've done that so many times. Check this out. Like, so at 2 in the morning, I was walking behind the Stater Brothers, right? The cops were at the end of this trail. There's only one way in and out of this trail. So I'm walking with a big amount. I'm not going to say on here, but there was all these rocks, and I was trying to hide it underneath the rock, right? Because I had to walk at the end of the trail where the cop was. So I go, okay, I'm going to remember where I put it. I go to the end of the trail, and the cop takes off, right? I'm going, oh, shit. I go back home and ask my boyfriend to help me find it. Zillion of rocks. I had to leave it behind. I could not find it.
So it was gone forever.
Yep, and I'd have a phone about 5, 6 phones a month because I'd either sell them or I'd lose them because I couldn't remember where I put my phone.
Yep. Yep.
I was such, and it here's just like really bad that couldn't find nothing. My life depended on it.
Did you ever did you pilfer stuff? I was a pilferer.
The what?
Pilfering. Do you know what I mean when I say pilfer?
What do you mean?
Okay. I guess it's a southern word. So pilfering is when you're going through other people's stuff. So let's say you're at somebody's house and you're tweaking and you're like in their room and you're going through their clothes, you're going through their makeup. That's pilfering.
Oh, I've done that so many times before too. Oh my gosh. My boyfriend would get so tweaked out, right? I'd come back and I'm serious. He would, and if I was still like, he would grab my shirts, my new shirts, and clean his bike with it, my brand new shirts, go down the alleyway, all tweaked out, throw all my clothes out in the alleyway, all the things that he used to wash down his bike with. Like, how many times are you gonna wash your bike, dude?
Right.
Like, not
right.
even like from 8 in the morning to 4 o'clock, you're still washing your bike.
Dude, we had cameras set around our whole trailer, like video cameras, to tape
Well, I
everything.
was staying at a couple places we had cameras too. I even thought that there were people breaking in and there were ghosts in the house. There was nobody there.
Yeah, yeah. I would call them the Nanichis. They're shadow people, and I would look outside,
Yeah.
and I could see them. And I swear to God, I swear to God, they were coming, and then they would get close, and then it would be gone. But I would see.
I
them
remember.
far away.
Yeah. I remember when I first started doing it. Right, I was right. It was like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. I needed a light for my cigarette, and I was running down the street, asking somebody for a light. I'm like, "Hey!" It was a tree, but I was seeing this thing move, and I was like, "What?" And it scared the shit out of me, dude. I was like, "What the?" And I wasn't familiar with what a shadow person was at the time.
Yeah, you get used to seeing them after a while. You just get used to it.
Non-sleep. If you don't get sleep, that's what happens. Yeah.
What's the longest time you ever stayed up? How long?
I used to say I sleep when I'm dead when I was on it. I would be up about.
That's what my friend's dad would say. He would say, I'll sleep when I'm dead. His name was Mario.
Yeah. I would stay up for weeks at a time. I probably and I was so bad I had dark circles under my arms. Because when I was selling it, I had to keep awake, make sure nobody could shoot me, whatever, But I was. Stop doing that. I'm on live. Will you get out of your live and get your fan? Shut up. So, show me. Hold on a second. Move.
No, you're okay.
One of the kids don't have a shirt on. They're gonna jump in here with no shirt on, probably.
I think it's crazy because I think we all had the same experiences when we were fucked up. When you're on meth, these are just the things you're gonna do.
Hey, check this out. I'm running from a helicopter that isn't even following me.
Yep.
Help.
I thought I was on TV once. I thought I was on the news, and I'm watching the news, and I think that I'm on the news. Fucking crazy shit.
Casey grabbed it. Yeah, it was pretty bad. I ran from the helicopters a couple times. Ask Dad to open that while I'm doing something right now.
Renee.
Yeah, I did a lot. I was hopping in bushes. And then I would have my friends going, "What are you doing in the bush?" And I'm like, "The cops are out there. They're right around the corner. Hide." They're like, "Dude, you're tripping."
Yep. I've been there too, girl. Have you ever called the police on yourself?
No, hell no. That's one thing I was too paranoid to do. You did it?
Yep.
Oh
I
my
called the police on
gosh.
myself twice. One time we were over at this guy's house, and my husband was in the front living room smoking a bowl of
Uh-huh.
meth, and I was in the back bedroom, and we thought somebody was trying to break in. So me and my friend called 911. The cop comes to the front door. My husband's right there in the living room smoking the bowl, and he knocks on the door. My husband has to take that meth pipe and stick it in his sock, and it burned a hole through his ankle. And I
Oh
showed it
my
to everybody on my one of my videos the other day. I showed them the scar.
God.
My dumbass called the police. How
I
stupid can
know
I
one
be?
time. Oh my God. No, I never done that. What's that?
It was because
What
I
is
would
it?
hallucinate and I would get so afraid, and then I would call the police.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I heard what you said. My cousin was trying to give me some niblets that looked like cat food, and I tried to put it in my mouth right, and I was like, ew. Yeah, I've done some crazy stuff, dude. Like one time, I went. I had an 8 ball on me, and I thought the cop, like when you don't get no sleep and it starts getting dark time, you think every car that is parked on the road right there are all cops. And I thought, oh my God, they're busting the house, they're gonna find me. I just walked by somebody's tree and just threw an 8 ball in and took off. I'm out of here. And I, in the middle of me trying to get back to my where I was staying at, I told my friend, "Come on!" I dropped it in the bush. Help me go get it. We got to the middle, and then we started seeing cop cars, real cop cars, and we thought that they had found what I had dropped in that person's plants and stuff. And we were like, "Oh my God, I'm out." I would do some off the wall stuff. I
Thank
couldn't even
God they
go on.
didn't find it. You've never been to jail for meth, have you?
Yes,
Ooh, tell us what happened.
yeah. Possession of methamphetamines.
Me too. I got possession too. You're
I
not alone.
remember, check this out. Like, okay, this is funny as heck. I was tweaking, and I went to Bel Vista, which is kind of like I was so tweaked out. I walked to like the next city over. Okay, I was gonna go see a friend, and I was riding a bike. Okay, so my bike broke, and I had to pee really bad. Well, I had a pipe on me, and I went to these bushes to go pee. The next thing you know, the cops are rolling up behind me, and I'm like, I didn't see him, so I dropped the pipe by my foot, and I'm like, oh great. They get out of the car, and they're like, you know what we got called out here for? I'm like, no. They go, suspicious activity, because I went to pee in the bush, and some
Yeah.
old people called on me. So he's like, you see that pipe? Whose is that? I go, I never seen that in my life. Oh my gosh, how did that get there? They look at my purse, and I have a sprinkler system that I jacked at Home Depot to go south of my Connect. And the guy's like, you're not gonna believe what she's got in her purse. They started laughing at me because I had the whole sprinkler system just in my purse. That was it.
Did your Connect really take the sprinkler system?
Yeah, they were going to. I was on their house, on the way to their house to go sell it to them, and
Damn.
I got because I peed in the bush because I had to pee really bad, and because the Shell gas station wouldn't let me use the bathroom, so I'm like, fuck this. I was all twacked out. I'm like, I gotta pee bad, so I went pee, and it took seconds. Like I swear, I don't know, and it was undercover too. It wasn't a regular police. And they pulled up behind me, and I had the pipe in my hand. And I said, "Oh shit!" I just dropped it right there. Whoop! Went like that, and then they get out of the car and they go, "Do you know why we got called out here for suspicious activity?" I'm like, "You got to be kidding me, dude!"
Yeah.
And so he goes, "Can you tell me whose pipe that is by your foot?" And I'm like, "I've never seen that in my life. How did I get there?"
I would have stepped on it. I would have stepped on it and said, "What are you talking about?"
Well, there was another time when I had to swallow like a teen or a dope, and I thought I was gonna die. I thought I was going to die. Like I overdosed, because what happened was the cops here in town know me. I'd be walking around when it was cold as hell, sweating to death. And he says, if I ever see you, Renee Hudson, I'm going to pull you over. So it was that same cop pulled me over. I had a lot of drugs on me. I had it stashed. Go, kitty. Um, Kind of under here. Well, anyways, I had a coat, and I went and I drank it and I swallowed it before the cop turned around. He's like, Renee Hudson, tilt your head back, so you can see if I swallowed it real quick. Because I
Yeah.
took a drink, and I swallowed a lot of shit, and I was like, I had swallowed it, so they had no proof that I even had it.
Yeah.
But they actually let me go that day, but when I went home, I was tripping balls. I started seeing blurry vision because I was that high.
Damn.
You know,
Damn.
I've done it. I've done it. You know, shot it up. You know what turkey baste is?
Put it in your butt.
I've done that. Okay, that right there was something. And some guy wanted me to do it with him that night, and it was something different, buddy. Let me
It
tell
worked.
you.
I didn't think it would work. But you know
I
what?
didn't think it would burn.
It works so good because inside of your booty is that mucous membrane, just like in your
Yeah,
nose, you know?
and it hit when it goes in there. It hits it really fast. Just
Bam.
like yeah. But for you to want to do it that way, you better have a partner for that night.
Dude, we would have been wild. If we were hanging out, we would have been unstoppable back in the day.
Oh my god, we probably would. Cause yeah, you're right. We probably fucking would have been in prison together or something. Because
Yeah, I did. When I went to prison, I did a year in prison for that possession charge. And when came out, I hit the streets. I went to a sober living house, and then I relapsed and I was back at it again.
yeah. See, I only went to the rehab twice, and then I escaped from there, and then I was just hooked on it for like 10 years, and I just said fuck it. But you know, I'm just like I said, I'm proud of myself that I snapped out of it and I detoxed, and that's what I'm proud of myself, dude. It's very hard to do what I am doing. Detox by myself. I'm not going to no NA meetings. um, and to go through all the stuff that I'm going through without any of those sources to help me,
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty good, and that's what I'm really proud of myself. You know what I
You are
mean?
doing amazing. Amazing. Like, honestly, what you've been through, it's very admirable that you have been able to stay sober because I could totally understand if you didn't because of the struggles that you've had, you know?
Yeah.
So it's big.
I still get like when things happen or I get into a fight with my family members, sometimes it's really big. Like my daughter, she says stuff to me and stuff. And sometimes, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I get real depressed and I just sometimes don't know what to do. And that's where in my behalf, I'm not perfect. Sometimes I need somebody to talk to so I don't fall back down that wrong path. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, because there's been times even sober that I've been so depressed, like, you know, I just you need to get on meds or I need to get mental help because sometimes I just get that depressed, you know? So I'm trying to just stay in a positive attitude and stuff so I don't get like that.
Do you
I'm
have
trying my
another
best.
woman?
Basically, you gotta just do it one day at a time.
Do you have like somebody that you can talk to, like a sponsor or a mentor or an accountability
No,
partner?
I don't. None of that. I think I might need to get one though,
Yeah.
because it's
I need somebody like me that you can call or text and be like,
well,
girl,
yeah, I don't. In case, yeah, that's why I wanted to do this with you because you're somebody that I can actually talk to, and I think I'm going to call you if I ever need a problem or anything, or go live with you. We can go live more often. You know what I mean? Because
yeah,
you know, it's like I need somebody to talk to, and not having nobody to talk to, like a sponsor or something, that really can trigger somebody.
yeah, yeah. And it helps me too. Like, I have a bunch of girls that I talk to, and then I also have a lady that I call when I'm struggling, and it helps me.
Yeah,
It helps me. So I have her, but then I also have the girls that are call me, and it helps me to be able to help them, and then it helps my sponsor to be able to help me. And we're not like
yeah,
working. We worked the 12 steps like a lot, but now she's just like my accountability partner, like a mentor.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay, before we go, if you could say one thing to someone who is struggling in their active addiction right now, what would it be?
That it is possible to recover.
Hell yeah. Hell
I
yeah.
get shy, but you know, what was that? Was that you?
Oh, that was my phone. Sorry.
Um, it you know, people that are on you know addicted to drugs, like just like I was, they thought they could never get on it, but it is possible. You just gotta want to actually do it.
Yeah.
People, because they can say that they want to recover all day long, but unless they're really really wanting to do it, they're not going to get clean. They
Right.
have to be focused in their mind that this is really what I want. Because if it's not really what you want, you ain't going to do it. You're just going to make excuses.
Right on.
So
100% true. Yes.
yeah, so
Thank
and
you
that's the
so
problem
much
I
for
had for
coming
the
on
longest
here.
time.
I love
Huh?
you. I said thank you
I
so
love
much for coming on
you.
here with me.
You're welcome.
Like
Whenever you want to
seriously.
go, let me know.
Okay,
I,
so what
I
I'm gonna
got your phone
do,
in, so I could call you. Talk to you if ever need. If you ever need somebody to talk to, call me too. I'm always
text
here.
text me so I have your cell phone number so I can program it in my phone, okay?
Okay, I will.
And I'll be in California in a couple months because I go out there to work for Dr. B. So when I come out there, maybe we can get together and hang out.
Oh yes, definitely. That'd be totally awesome. Right on. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I love you, girl. I'll
All
let
right.
you go so that
All
way
right.
you can go chill.
Okay. Love ya.
Bye,
Bye,
girl.
guys.
Yay! 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 Okay, y'all. Renee, that's my girl. She's my kind of people, y'all. I love it when I can sit here and we can laugh about the stupid crap we did when we were in active addiction. You know what I mean? And she has been through it like I have been through it with methamphetamine. And so I really hope you guys were inspired by her story. Like, if you're struggling, you can do this, okay? Just think about it this way. If Renee can get sober, if I can get sober, then anyone can get sober. You can change your life. Okay? All it takes is bottom line, all it takes is hard work and dedication. Okay? You choose that you want to change, you get centered and you get focused, you reach out and get you a good solid support network. Don't try to do it by yourself, you guys. Hang out with one of us. Come hang out with us on these meetings that we do every night. Reach out to some other men or women in recovery. But you don't have to be alone in this, okay? And like she said, recovery is possible. Just do the damn thing. You can do it, okay? You got to be willing to make the changes. If you guys didn't see this video tonight, I'm going to download it right now and put it on my YouTube channel. I'm going to go wash my face, and then I'll pop back on and we can talk about the live, okay? All right, you guys. I love y'all. I'm going to put this on my YouTube channel, Real Talk Recovery with Nicole.